Hello, everybody. It's Bill's That College Football Guy here with, yet another preview and prediction video. We just keep on rolling, don't we? Now, we're talking about ending into the Big 12. We're talking about the Oklahoma State Cowboys, who are up against it this year. Maybe the best way to put it. Mike Gundy reorganized his contract after a very disappointing season last year. And now it looks like we're going to have some issues. He redid his coaching staff. We have 2 new coordinators, but 3-9 is a tough road. So, and he's definitely on the hot seat. So, are they gonna do better this year? Well, shall we get into it? But first off, like I said, 3-9 in 2024. Mike Gundy. A lot of people are saying for him to retire. You understand? Mike's in his 50s, his mid 50s. He's been there since his 30s. He's not like older than everything. Some people think he's old as Nick Saban. He's like 20 years younger, almost 20 years younger than Nick Saban. He's not that old. He's in his mid-50s, mid to late 50s. Mike Gundy, though, is beginning his 21st season at Oklahoma State as head coach. Previous 20 seasons, his record at Oklahoma State is 169-88, so a little less than 2/3 winning percentage. Doug Meacham officially takes over as begins his first year as offensive coordinator and inside receivers coach at Oklahoma State. He was previously the inside receivers coach at TCU. The previous offensive coordinator, which was Casey Dunn, I went looking it up. He doesn't have a job right now. Maybe he has one I don't know about, but as far as I know, he does not have a job right now. Oklahoma State last year under Dunn ranked 80th in total offense in FBS last season. Todd Grantham, name I know well, begins his first season as defensive coordinator and inside linebackers coach at Oklahoma State. Previous 2 years, he was the defensive line coach of the New Orleans Saints. Previous defensive coordinator, Brian Nardo, is now the safeties coach at Charlotte. Oof, that's a fall. And there's a reason why. Last season, Oklahoma State, out of 133 teams in FBS, guess where they ranked in defense? 132nd. Only Kent State was worse. Well, that's a slight reason why you're 3-9. Now, I teased this in the last video. This may be the Autonomous 4, the worst quarterback room, because it is completely unproven. Oh, it can't be that bad. 4 quarterbacks on the roster. Four. You have Banks Bowen and Mason Schubert, both true freshmen. The other 2 are both redshirt freshmen. You have, Zane Flores is technically listed as a redshirt freshman, but this is 3rd year on campus. He redshirted his actual freshman year, didn't play in any games. He was actually injured within his redshirt freshman season and got a medical redshirt, so he didn't lose any eligibility. He already used his medical redshirt already. So he hasn't done anything yet. And what is this? How's his knee? The transfer, where down from TCU. He played in 4 games for TCU. Did not throw a pass. He ran the ball. 15 carries for 65 yards, no touchdowns last season. That's your quarterback room. That is a major problem. That is a major problem. Who's going to be the starting QB? Your guess is as good as mine, because that I have a major. I think it's right now that might be the. I said among the A4 conferences, the ACC, the Big 10, the Big 12, the SEC. I think they're the worst. But that's my opinion. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Running back room. It's gonna be interesting to see who's gonna be running back number 1, because you've got 5 guys who generally got a shot to get in the rotation. All of them did something last year. You got Caleb Hicks, redshirt sophomore, transfer from Oklahoma. Sesi Velahi, the redshirt sophomore, and Rodney Fields, excuse me. I can't remember. Rodney Fields Jr., the redshirt freshman. They all recorded some stats last year. What's recording some stats? Less than 100 yards rushing. 2 did something. Both at the FBS level. Trent Howland, maybe his name is here. Redshirt senior, 41 carries, 230 yards, and 1 touchdown. He was behind Ollie Gordon, so that's probably why he didn't get any carries. Freddie Brock, the redshirt senior transfer from Georgia State. 151 carries, 819 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Be interesting to see who becomes the starting running back. Wide receiver room, good lord, it's full of transfers. It'll definitely determine who starts here. So we've got legitimately 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 guys who legitimately got a shot at being the wide receiver rotation here. None of them are empty. All of them did something, unlike the quarterback room. I got to dig on that one because I'm like, you couldn't find anybody in the transfer portal? Oh, anybody? Really? Guys who did not record any, recorded some stats last year, be less than 10 receptions. We got Dwayne Lofton, the redshirt senior, Shamar Rigby, the sophomore, oh boy, I'm gonna get this bad. Ado Shodamite King, the redshirt junior. You got Cam Abshire, the redshirt junior transfer from Emory and Henry, which is in Virginia. He actually did something. Gavin Freeman, the redshirt junior, and Cameron Hurd, the redshirt sophomore. All, less than 10 receptions. Those who actually did something, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Problem is the 2 biggest in the stat column are from FCS. And one is an absolute beast. If he does half of what he did at FCS, I'm saving him. I'm going to save the FCS guys for last. Because, dude, this is nuts. Man among boys. Those who actually did stop at the FBS level to count here, we got the 3 I'm talking about. We're talking about worst to first. We're talking about Will Morney, the junior transfer from Utah State. 11 receptions, 138 yards, and a touchdown. We've got Talon Shetron, the redshirt junior, holdover from last year's squad. 12 receptions, 245 yards, and a touchdown. And we got Jalen Lloyd, the junior transfer from Nebraska. 13 receptions, 255 yards, no touchdowns. That's all you got in FBS, with at least 10 receptions. FCS guys, Cam Abshire, the redshirt junior transfer from Emory and Henry, 51 receptions, 1,067 yards, and 13 touchdowns. That's second place. First place, Terrell Davis, the redshirt senior transfer from Central Oklahoma, right down the road. 109 receptions, 1,609 yards, and 15 touchdowns. Damn. Man among boys. He was playing with. So if he can do half of that at the FBS level, Oklahoma will be in some seriously good shape with him. But it's an okay, I think a pretty decent wide receiver room. Tight end. Oh my goodness, I put Morney in. That's my fault. I include Will Morney in the wide receiver room. There was only 2 guys, because Morney's actually a tight end. My fault. My screw up. Tight end room, 4 guys. You obviously know Will Morney, who is the number 1 tight end. Josh Ford, the sophomore, holdover from last year's squad. As a true freshman, 10 receptions, 92 yards, and a touchdown. Will Morney, the junior transfer from Utah State, 11 receptions, 138 yards, and a touchdown. Again, I screwed that up. You've got Grayson Brousseau, the redshirt freshman transfer from Utah State. 2 Utah State transfers. And Quentin Stewart, the redshirt senior. Neither of whom scored any stats last year. But only 4... other than true freshmen, 4 legit candidates for the tight end job. Who's going to be the number 1? That's going to be an interesting spot there. There's also, I forgot to mention, there's also one more who actually, I just realized this, I put it on the second page. He's probably going to be tight end 1. We're talking about Oscar Hammond, the senior transfer from North Texas. 19 receptions, 238 yards, and a touchdown. Like I said, we'll see who the starting tight end's going to be. I can't talk. Don't say it. Offensive line room, you got a lot of transfers here, a lot of them are upperclassmen. But is this unit going to gel together? Is it going to become a unit here? Because if this unit does not gel together, you got young quarterbacks going to be running for their life. Not a good way to start a career. So wide receiver room looks decent. Tight end has potential. Running back's okay. Quarterback room and offensive line, I have concerns. Offensively. Defensively. The defensive line room's deep. You've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys who generally got a shot in the defensive line rotation. And of the guys who meet my mental qualifications, which is 10 tackles for FBS, 20 for FCS, Division 2, Division 3, community college, JUCO, you get the idea. At least 20 other, not anything, 20 anything other. That's just tackles. 10 tackles, all I'm asking for. 10 tackles. Well, those who met the minimal requirement on this roster, 7. Of the, I'm going to check my count again, of the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys, 7 qualify. So this is a deep room. I mean, the linebacker room is deeper, but I think, this is probably the best unit on the defense is the front 4. I mean, it's close on all of them. So this defense is definitely the strength of the team, and they're going to have to be. All right, those who record, nobody is really a deadhead here who did not do something, at least something last year. Those who didn't qualify with at least 10 tackles or at least 20 for the lesser than, you've got Rashad Bradley, the junior transfer from East Mississippi Community College. Landon Reed, the redshirt junior, holder from last year's squad. You've got Aiden Kelly, the redshirt senior, who's also a holder from last year's squad. Now, those who are making tackles who qualified, how many we got here on the FCS list? We only have, how about none? Everybody's FBS qualified. All right, let's go from the bottom here. I was talking with, oh boy, I'm going to get this name wrong. I know it. Sidaveni Havili Kaufusi. No, I'm not saying it again. Redshirt senior transfer from UCLA, had 10 tackles. We got Deshaun Brown, the redshirt junior holdover from last year's squad, 14 tackles and a sack. Who's next on this lovely list? Jaleel Johnson, the redshirt junior, also a holder from last year's squad, 21 tackles and 2 sacks. All right, we're getting some climb here. We have Michael Diata, the redshirt senior transfer from Virginia, 29 tackles, a half a sack, and a pass deflection. Then we've got, I actually skipped somebody, but Iman Oates, the redshirt senior, 25 tackles, 2 sacks, and a pass deflection. You've got Demarion Thomas, the junior transfer from Vanderbilt, 34 tackles and a sack. And number 1 on the list is also a transfer. Kieran Duhan, the sophomore, transfer from UTEP. As a true freshman last year at UTEP, 43 tackles, 7 sacks, 2 pass deflections. As a freshman. Let's see what he can do. That's, even though he's a freshman and it's Conference USA, that's doing something. As a freshman, that's not bad. But that's not bad. So like I said, that's good here. Linebacker room. There's some beasts in this room, to be honest with you. Let's see how many guys legitimately got a qualification in this room. That many? 10. Wow. 10 legitimate shots to the linebackers. Again, no empties on this group either. Those who at least did the minimal qualifications did not qualify for the minimal qualifications here. We're talking about Ike Igonwune, the redshirt sophomore. Jadavian Bradley, the redshirt sophomore transfer from Hutchinson Community College. And Poasa Utu, the redshirt sophomore. Utu and Osonwune are both holdovers from last year's squad. Y'all got some names. Also, Wendell Gregory, the redshirt freshman transfer from South Carolina. He did some stuff too. Now, let's see. Anybody here who are FCSs on this list? Well, one, Brandon Rawls, the redshirt senior transfer from Saginaw Valley State. 55 tackles, 3.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 picks, and a pass deflection. He was everywhere. Everybody else, actually also, Malik Charles, the redshirt junior transfer from West Georgia. 33 tackles, 7 sacks, and 2 pass deflections. So FBS-wise, we have 3. Taj McCoy, the redshirt sophomore transfer from Colorado, 23 tackles and 4 sacks. We have, here's the 2 beasts I'm talking about. Darius Thomas, the redshirt junior transfer from Western Kentucky, 54 tackles, 4 sacks, and a forced fumble. And then the beast of the linebacker room, Brian McCoy, the senior transfer from Akron. Yes, it's Akron. Yes, it was in the MAC. 120 tackles and 2 pass deflections. The dude was everywhere. So between Rawls' 55 and Sagan, you got some beast in this room. I mean, it's not quite as deep as the defensive line room, but you got some beast that can make some plays on this defense here. Defensive backs, again, another deep room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 guys on here. Not as, I mean, it's interesting to see who's going to be starting for this group. It's like I said, it's going to be close on who's the best room on the defense because they're all good. The offense is the problem. All right, let's get off here. Let's go with the guys who did not meet the minimum qualification, didn't do anything. Again, no deadheads on this one. J.K. Johnson, the redshirt senior transfer from LSU. We have Eric Flesher, the redshirt freshman transfer from East Carolina. And we have 2 holdovers from last year's squad. Kenneth Harris, the redshirt senior, and Jacoby Oliphant Jr., the redshirt freshman. Both, didn't meet the minimum qualifications for stats. Okay. Now, who did meet the minimum qualifications? We have anybody who is in the FCS group here. The answer is 1. Carrington Pierce, the sophomore, transfer from Chaffey College. So as a true freshman, 24 tackles, 3 picks. All right. Now, FBS-wise, what are we talking about here? Oh, my goodness. We'll start with the bottom. Raymond Gay, the second, the redshirt senior, holdover from last year's squad with 10 tackles. Cameron Epps, the redshirt junior, also a holdover from last year's squad, 11 tackles and a pass deflection. Here's where it starts climbing up quickly. Jalen Davies, the redshirt senior transfer from UCLA, 30 tackles, a half a sack, and 2 pass deflections. Cam Smith, the redshirt senior. Actually, hold on. Cam Smith. Cale Smith, the redshirt senior, 31 tackles, 1 interception, which was a pick 6 and 5 pass deflections. Cam Smith, redshirt senior, 34 tackles, a forced fumble, an interception, and 7 pass deflections. And then you got the 2 beasts here. You've got Dylan Smith, both holdovers from last year's squad. Dylan Smith, the junior, 42 tackles and a pass deflection. And Parker Robertson, the redshirt senior, 49 tackles, 2 picks, and a pass deflection. When I missed some. I missed some. There's more. Yes, there's more. So I guess this is the deepest room on the team. Is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 17 guys. Only 1 didn't record stats. Cooper Lai, redshirt sophomore. Again, in the list, you got Landon Cleveland, the sophomore. He had some stats from last season, along with DeAndre Boykins, the redshirt senior transfer from North Carolina. 2 more added to the list. Big more. Zaquan Patterson, the sophomore, transfer from Miami, 19 tackles, 2 pass deflections. David Kabongo, the sophomore, holdover from last year's squad as a true freshman, 20 tackles and a sack. Patterson was also a true freshman last year. You got Mordecai McDaniel, the redshirt senior transfer from Charlotte, 43 tackles, a sack, and 3 pass deflections. I think I'm changing my mind. I think the secondary is the best room on the defense. But you can tell me. It's deep. All right. Done enough talking. Should we get to the schedule? This is brutal. Foreshadowing. All right, you start out the season on a Thursday night at home against UT Martin. Obviously, the season opener for both schools and the first ever meeting between UT Martin and Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma State is going to get the win. Then, your second week, you're on the road at Oregon. Oregon starts off their season with a breather at home against Montana State the previous week. The only time these 2 schools ever battled was actually once before in 2008, and it was actually in a bowl game. Oregon won 42-31 in the Holiday Bowl, which is in San Diego. So Oregon obviously is looking to go 2-0 all-time versus Oklahoma State, and they are going to go 2-0 all-time versus Oklahoma State. You're going to get the loss against Oregon. Then you get a bye. Come out of the bye at home Friday night under the lights against Tulsa, the Turnpike Classic. Tulsa plays Navy at home the week before, so you have a bye week. They're playing Navy in the triple options, so that gives you an advantage there. Last meeting was last year, and Oklahoma State won 45-10 on the road in Tulsa. Yeah, you're beating Tulsa again. And then you follow up and stay at home against Baylor. I covered this game in the Baylor preview and prediction video. You're going to lose to Baylor. On the road at Arizona the following week. Arizona plays Iowa State the week before at Iowa State on the road, so that's a tough game for them. Last meeting was in 2012. Arizona won 59-38 on the road in Tucson. You're back on the road in Tucson. Fafita's there. I'm sorry, Oklahoma State. You're losing on the road to Arizona. Then you're at home against Houston. I covered this game in the Houston preview and prediction video. Even though you're at home, it's going to be a dogfight. I like their roster better than yours. I'm picking Houston to beat you. Then you stay at home against Cincinnati. This is your homecoming game. So you're going to be a little bit more keyed up. Cincinnati plays UCF at home the week before. Now they got to travel to Oklahoma State. Last meeting was in 2023. Oklahoma State won 45-13 in Stillwater. Brendan Sorsby, I'm saying his name right, the Cincinnati quarterback, experienced option runner. but I like your defense in this game. You're going to beat Cincinnati. Then you're on the road after that big win, on the road at Texas Tech. Yeah. Texas Tech plays at Arizona State the week before, so they're going to be a little bit banged up. Then you come off a big win. Last meeting was last year when Texas Tech won 56-48 in Stillwater and one hell of a shootout. They're geared up. They're at home. You're losing to Texas Tech on the road. Then you're on the road at Kansas. Kansas has one hell of a game. Talking about a letdown. They played Kansas State the week before on the road. This game on the road at Kansas, this is their homecoming game. So they're going to be keyed up. After playing Kansas State, they got to play you. Last meeting was in 2023. Oklahoma State won 39-32. With Jalen Daniels going to be able to play in this game? I look at the rosters. It's kind of a coin flip. Who's at home? Kansas is. I'm going to give Kansas the win over you. I'm sorry. Second bye. Out of the bye. Great. Hoping in an easy win. No, you're at home against Kansas State. Y'all can't catch a break. And makes it worse, both schools had a bye. So nobody has the advantage in this game. Both schools have a bye gearing up for this. Last meeting was last year when Kansas State won 42-20 on the road in Manhattan. You're at home. This game may be a little closer, but Kansas State is going to beat you. Then you're on the road at UCF. UCF plays on the road at Texas Tech the week before. Now, you got to go from Oklahoma down to Orlando. The only meeting ever between these two, first year in the Big 12, was 2023. UCF won 45-3 in Orlando. You're on the road again. They're looking to go 2-0, and they're going to beat you again and go 2-0 and win that game. And finally, you finish the season at home against Iowa State. Iowa State plays Kansas at home the week before. Last meeting was in 2023 when Iowa State won 34-27 in Ames. This was a close game, but you were a better team. They're a far better team than you are. So unfortunately, I hate to say this, Oklahoma State, you're going to finish the season on a 5-game losing streak, losing to Iowa State to finish the season 3-9, 1-8 in conference. So you had the same 3-9, but at least you won a conference game. Last year you went 3-0 in the non-con, and then lost every conference game. Finished the season on a 9-game losing streak. You're not going to do that this year. You're going to win a conference game. If this goes the way I think. This is Mike Gundy's last year at Oklahoma State. Now, will Mike retire? No. Mike's still in his 50s. He's still got more years left in the tank. Some of his contemporaries have jobs. Where do they have their jobs? In the G5. Don't be surprised would he go to Tulsa? No, he wouldn't go to Tulsa. No, he's not going to do that. And get beat up by his former school? No. He'll pick somewhere else to go. He may go out west to a G5, somewhere that needs a head coach with experience who can handle things. He may go into a Sunbelt school or something like that, but I think he's going to go after, if he gets fired, he's going to go after either take a year off, be a coordinator, or maybe be a G5 head coach. But I think this is his last year as a head coach at Oklahoma State. But I've done enough running my mouth. Why don't you let me know what you think about all this down in the comments. So again, thanks everybody for watching the video. If you haven't done already, do me the favor. Smash the like button, hit that thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm, helps the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. Here we go. Running the schedule again without all the extras. You tell me what you think their record's going to be. All right, started the season home Thursday night against UT Martin. On the road at Oregon. First bye week. Come out of the bye week, Friday Night Lights, home against Tulsa, the Turnpike Classic. Home against Baylor. At Arizona. Home against Houston. Home against Cincinnati. At Texas Tech. At Kansas, which I realize now that's 7 games in a row. Second bye. Home against Kansas State. At UCF, and finish the season at home against Iowa State. It's a brutal last 3 games. What do you think their record's going to be? Let me know down in the comments. Share the video if you want to, and if you haven't done it already, do me the favor. Check out some of the other videos I've done. If you like them, hey, subscribe to the channel. We're close. We're on the road to 1K, trying to make some magic happen. If you want to follow me on the craziness that is X, the link is in the description. So again, thanks everybody for watching the video. It has been cooking. I didn't get to put a video out yesterday, as you guys noticed, because where I broke down at, the truck was in the shop, and I had no cell service. Because I've been recording these and doing these in the truck. You guys seem to like them better than me doing them at the house. But, yeah, it just, cell service didn't work. And I've been running like a madman all week. And going to continue to do so. So, again, thanks everybody for watching. Everybody's having a great day. Be safe out there, and please, be good to each other.